Good morning, Never Neverland. I wanted to go over my day before it disappears from my mind. I almost don't remember my morning. There were a lot of downloads. I posted most of the downloads. I did a couple of short videos about some downloads I've had for a while about death and manifestation within the system of what we call the Matrix, the monetary system, the government. But then about halfway through the day, I got reminded of an event that I had marked interested in it a while back, and I forgot that the event was taking place. And a friend of mine, I call her Mama, she texted me and reminded me that it was tonight, and I looked at it and I looked up the address and I realized it was the old church I used to go to. And it was, at the time, it was like a pagan Unitarian. It was more Wiccan based Unitarian church, and now they're actually openly calling it pagan. All faiths are welcome, but it was SJF when I went, and it's Sacred Journey Fellowship, and now it's named something else. So when I originally said I was interested in the event, I didn't realize where it was. I didn't realize that it was SJF, because it was a new name, and I was like, oh shit. And I kind of thought about how it symbolizes going back to the start, or a rebirth. Okay, so I was like, okay, fuck it, we're going. And I had stopped going because the energy's there. The people didn't know what to do with their shadows. They didn't know how to handle the life crashes that happen when you start facing your shadows. They didn't know how to handle it in a healthy manner, and they were all kind of slowly dwindling. And I saw that and stopped going. And that was like 10 years ago. So when I went back tonight, it was totally, as far as energetic is concerned, it was totally revamped. It was amazing. A whole new group of people. I only saw one person that went, that was really a regular back when I originally started going. And they seem to have grown since. They're less ego. They have less ego in them now. I could feel it. And we did a ritual for the longest day of the year, the Liltha ritual. And again, I used to go there all the time, and do Sunday services. I used to help run meditation classes there, so I brought that up. So I might be getting back into doing that. So I'll be helping fix up the property and helping run meditation classes again. If you are interested in North Texas, then holler, but highly doubt that'll happen, because I won't videotape it or anything like that. I could probably turn around, and I bet you I know what I could do, because I'm gonna have them. I'll have my meditations written down, so I'm sure I could bring them home and then record them for y'all to do on your own. But during ritual, I had somebody that was, we cast circle and called the elements in, and then the individual they had saging us actually was raised under Native American practices, and he used an eagle's feather, and his name was Little Turtle. and I had posted some messages that I had received from turtles today. So I found that amusing. But he used an eagle's feather, which eagles have been brought up in my tarot readings quite a bit recently. And I know he used cedarwood and sage, and there were 2 others. He used 4 different things to smudge us, and we used a bay leaf to put our intentions, our dreams, I believe was the word that was stated, which is I'm using based on some of the videos I just recently posted. But we put our intentions into the bay leaf and then walked through a set of torches and then put the bay leaf into the fire for spirit to take care of. And then we closed out circle and we hung out for a bit. There may be messages in this for you. I said that out loud, so I'm sure that there are, because everything's representative. So think about each of the things that I said. Feel free to look at timestamps that I didn't pay attention to. Think about what turtles mean, what eagles mean, what it symbolizes having been in a group public ritual, and see what kind of messages you can get for your life out of that. And then I have to walk in for this, so I found fuel and I kicked it again for confirmation. That was white gas for my rope dart for fire spinning. So I found the fuel, whatever that phrase may be. But I also, I got pulled into a contest. It's like they were doing $10 raffle ticket things for a contest. And I'm not big on contests, and I knew I wasn't going to win the physical contest. But the contest was to name the Sun King. Why am I rubbing my forehead? And I told Mama before we started that I didn't need to win it because I already know my place. But part of the contest was like you just holding a glass out full of water at shoulder height for as long as you can. But I broke the glass the other day, and that's recorded on video. That was 8:08 when I looked at the clock. I got a new glass because I did the contest. They sent us home with the glass that we did the contest with. So the glass that I broke got replaced. And then the stones, I talked to Mama about the stones, which are in my pocket. And I got a sticker that went with the glass. And this is the sticker that called to me. It's a bear holding the world on his back, carrying the world. Wonder what that could mean. Was that facetious? It might have been facetious. So Mama said that the second large stone is probably also tiger's eye. So that's two tiger's eyes. Oh no, can't. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then the driftwood, that's obsidian. That is probably iron, Mama was saying, especially with the weight, and it's got a little rust on it. And then I want to take into account that there are 5. So we've got the symbolism, 9:44 on the clock when I turn the phone back around. We've got the symbolism of the number 5, which is new beginnings. And then we've got 2 Tiger's Eye, which are for protection during travel. And then we've got the Obsidian is going to talk about underground, earthy, being grounded, shadow work. And then the Iron is protection from Fae. But I don't know what else it can stand for. And then the Driftwood is probably going to talk about shadows as well, because we're talking about petrified bones. That's old shadows. So, double protection during travel while doing shadow work and the Fae. I'll see if I can figure out a title for this as far as to what, like a summary of what the full message is in this video. My life is weird, y'all. Stay blessed. Love to you all.